The next post-game show is presented by Tri-State Audi. Visit your Tri-State area Audi dealer today. A wild one between the Knicks and the Blazers. Jalen Brunson, 32, his second straight game with at least 30. Game went to overtime, and Portland took command. Anthony Simons to Yusuf Nurkic, who had 20. Simons had 38. Jeremy Grant of Portland had 44. And the Blazers beat the Knicks tonight without Dame Lillard, who's out with a bad calf. 132-129 in overtime. Great to have you with us from our Delta MSG studios. Bill Pito, along with Monica McNutt and Alan Hahn.
What are you laughing at?
Well, where's your tote board with your record here?
Look, I am 3-4.
Okay, all right. I need new material. You have Grant and Simons combining for 82 points. No two Knick opponents in the same game have each had 40, ever. Very close tonight for these two.
Two guys you couldn't stop. And some really questionable officiating in that first half, especially in that second quarter, that took so much rhythm out of this game. It's not all on the officiating, but it's maddening to watch whistles blow the way they were blowing in that second quarter. And the imbalance, I mean, when Mike Breen talks about the imbalance in officiating, he's one of the most fair people when it comes to calling a game. And he says that something's going on in that second quarter that was, I thought, a problem. Took a lot of rhythm out of the game, frustrated the Knicks. And, were they fouling? Yes, they were fouling. But then what happens when you foul too much and sometimes take some unnecessary fouls early in a quarter? You get an officiating crew that starts anticipating calls. And that started happening, and that led to a deluge of free throw attempts. 51 in the game for Portland. 51, Bill. With one player going to the line 28 times?
Grant.
It's nuts. The record against the Knicks is 74 free throw attempts. Wilt Chamberlain and the Warriors back in 1964. So that record was not going to get broken tonight, but it came pretty close at one point. So that happens, and then, of course, there's other things that go on that we can start picking apart on the Knicks end of things. But I hated the way that second quarter kind of took rhythm out of this game and made it a painful game to watch for a little bit until what became a pretty exciting ending.
Yeah, it was a terrific end of regulation. And you mentioned the byproduct of so many whistles, right? And that's interesting that you point out the officials beginning to anticipate. I saw a team, one that grows in confidence and the other one that becomes a bit timid because you're trying to defend without fouling.
You guys think there were bad calls consistently?
There were some phantom calls. There was a lot of unnecessary contact calls that were made that you could watch video and say, see, contact. You're like, oh, man, it's basketball. Like, you don't have to call everything. That part got frustrating. Now, I don't want to turn this into it's all the refs' fault. I'm not trying to do that. I'm just saying it took the rhythm out of the game. And what Monica is saying is 1,000% true, is the Knicks started hesitating as far as right. And to Chauncey Billups' credit, he told his players, attack them.
Full steam ahead. Yep.
Because Jeremy Grant was doing a lot of this, shoving guys off him and getting away with it. Why? Because the Knicks now were almost like, you don't want to make too much contact. So that was going on. But at the other end, we see some things that do happen to this team. And that is the other timid thing, which is get into the paint, but then hesitate because they've got a ton of length. And when you have a lot of length against this Knicks team, you generally have success because the Knicks do not have explosive players. They have guys that get in the paint, but they don't have explosive players that can finish against length, and that was the other struggle today.
Now, on the positive note, the Knicks' fourth quarter performance vastly improved this year with Jalen Brunson.
Yes.
And they won the fourth quarter, Monica. They were down by 6 after 3, and they were able to force overtime.
Yeah, but almost doesn't count, unfortunately. I think you saw a lot of character, particularly in the last 4 minutes or so of the fourth quarter. And I said it all throughout this pregame show. I said it all season long. When this team starts to adapt the poise that Jalen Brunson plays with, that's a good sign. That was a rebound that you had to have. Obi Toppin comes up with Jericho Sims making his presence known and contesting shots right at the rim. Quick playing solid defense there, even though that one falls. I mean, Anthony Simons was just basically on a heater in this ball game. But again, it comes down to having a guy like Jalen Brunson.
Knicks are up 104-100 after that quickly three. Like, the game was there.
And so much of it had to do with Jalen, right? Like keeping this team poised, and then you saw the confidence. This was you got a little luck here, get a good bounce, and one.
Look at him.
Simmons, Jericho Sims just staying as engaged as possible. This was crazy, but this is the play to me that embodies one team getting all the whistles and having confidence, and the other team being worried about fouls. But this was huge down the stretch. RJ, tough game throughout regulation, but gets a much-needed basket to tie things up, and then you got this guy. the best closure the Knicks have seen in quite a while in terms of being able to respond in the clutch.
Foul here, yes or no? They reviewed it, and they saw contact on the arm. Watch it right here.
Yeah.
Contact on the
Bryant's
arm.
got him.
Goes to the line, and again, these are clutch free throws. He knocks him down.
That's for the
9
win.
seconds. Now, look.
Yeah,
look at his
Grimes
eye.
got
He
him,
always
but-
makes that shot.
All right, so Brunson there for the win. 116 all. That's a shot that he makes more often than not. That's a shot the Knicks want.
Yeah.
That's the game right
Nobody's
there.
complaining about that shot.
That's a good shot.
Yeah, but that's the thing is you got the shot you wanted. He got to his spot, and it just didn't go in. And that's one of those kind of like, okay, that's your fate. That, you know, there's your destiny. Make it and you win at home. Run off the floor and you get a win. But it didn't happen. And here we go into overtime now in a game that always felt like it was in the balance for, the better part of that second half.
In the balance, it's completely tilted the other way.
You feel like it was that game went back and forth as we were just showing there. The Knicks had twice a 2-point lead in the last 3 minutes, and they could not get a stop at the other end. It was always in the balance, even with a 2-point lead. You never felt like they could get a stop.
As soon as the end of regulation went, I felt the momentum swing.
Yeah, he makes that shot, you run off the court.
As we take a look at overtime, Portland got out to an early lead in the OT, and the Knicks were uphill the rest of the way.
Yeah, and Portland has obviously 2 guys that were basically unstoppable in the course of this ball game. They come out with confidence. Simons hits a 3 there. The valve is open. Randall did respond. But ultimately, I think watching the overtime period, you're thinking about what we've seen about this team all season long. This was just tough. Jericho Sims doing the best he can. Yusuf Nurkic is a vet, is a pro, is a giant man. And you knew that if it got too far away, the 3-point shooting has not been there all season. It was not going to be there to bail you out. And ultimately, Simons, Grant, they handle business at the free throw line and from the 3-point line.
Yeah, and you know, so we showed you Randall hitting the 3 to answer the first Simons 3. They got to stop, and now it's tied coming back the other way, and Julius Randle thought, let me heat check and take another 3.
And then Portland went on a run.
That one missed. And that was a tough one because it was a quick 3, but, you know, he was kind of feeling rhythm. He misses that, and as you mentioned, that's when slips. Like, that's when you feel like, okay, it's tough. And then they're smart. Chauncey's done a great job this year coaching this team. They don't have Damian Lillard, who's an amazing, talk about a finisher, an amazing finisher. They don't have him in this game, but he just, all right, who's the matchup that we're going to take advantage of?
Yeah.
They got the switch. They got Mitch to switch out.
They got
that easy basket with Nurkic. And then, of course, when you got Jericho Sims out there who played his heart out, Nurkic is bigger than him. So clear it out, space it out, give it to him, and let him go to work inside. He's got great footwork, and he got that and-one.
It wasn't the basket. I don't think it was the and-one play. It was the next play down. Nurkic scores, and he's coming down smiling and high-fiving his guy, and he should be.
Confident.
But it's one of those moments that it's nothing they can do with me.
Yeah. Worth pointing out, guys, Grant, 28 attempts, most by any player in a game all year from the line.
In the NBA.
Yep. And 21 makes, most from anybody in terms of makes, single player in the NBA this year. 21 of 28 for Grant from the line.
I know we're going to, and we should, make a note of how many times the Portland Trailblazers got to the free throw line. I mean, there's differentiation difference of 23 free throw attempts in this ballgame. Like, I don't think that Portland is that stout of a defensive team that there's not some whistles that should be examined.
51 to 28.
The fouls were plus 11 on the Knicks. The Knicks were called for 11 more fouls.
Okay, I'm with y'all on that.
That's a tough number to, that's to...
Yeah. The one thing I will say that may go under the radar, to me, that is a frustrating number when I look at this ball game. Josh Hart had 19 rebounds.
Yes, he did.
That is a want and energy. It doesn't necessarily, like, if you look at the box score, you'll go, okay, second chance points are sort of kind of even. It's not a huge margin, so you might not think of that. But to me, that speaks to the confidence. That speaks to the willingness to defend. Rebounds are an energy snap. You let a guy go off for 19. Come on.
There was a lot of bobbling of rebounding in this game. There was another frustrating part of it, too. So a lot of frustration in this game, officiating, inability to rebound, and, of course, inability to finish.
Portland from the line, 38 out of 51. Knicks, 24 out of 28. So the Knicks outscored by 14 points from the free throw line. A key number, obviously. Tom Thibodeau's post-game reaction coming up. Knicks with the loss, now 9-10 on the season.
The Knicks post-game show is presented by Audi. Visit your tri-state area Audi dealer today.
My first tattoo, I got it about a year ago, and I show it to everyone. I said, RJ, what do you think of this tattoo? You know, you like it? I showed it to him. He loved it. I bleed orange and blue, so I figured it was the perfect thing to do. But it was so worth it because this is going to be on me forever, and I'm going to be a Knicks fan forever.
John Morant and the Grizzlies come to town. Sunday. Pregame at 5:30. Pregame at 5:30. Game at 6. You can also stream our coverage on MSG Go. Knicks lose an OT by 3 to Portland tonight. Tom Thibodeau's postgame comments presented by Chase.
First, just overall impressions about free throws by them and rebounding.
Difference in the game. Up 14 in the second quarter. I think we gave them 24 free throws. Hard to win like that.
Tom, what did you just make fouls were such a problem tonight?
I don't know. I want to look at the film. But, you know, we have to adjust to how the game's being called. So sometimes it's going to be tight, sometimes not as tight. But we can't keep repeating the same. If they're calling it that way, then we have to adjust.
What happened at the start of overtime? Well, let me get that 8-point advantage.
You know, again, we got off to a slow start. You know, take a look at the film.
Tom, what's your level of concern with RJ? I think he's 36 for 114 in his last 7 games.
Just keep working at it. You know, you got to trust the process of working your way through things. You know, get in the gym, put in the extra work. You know, it's all you can do.
Is there a point, though, where you want to scale back how many shots he's taking if this continues?
And, you know, like and again, the same thing, like, it was a hard game for us to adjust to, and we didn't adjust the way we could have or should have. So on a lot of the drives, I thought in the first half he was looking to draw fouls instead of, like, just attack the rim. Put the onus on the officials to make the calls. They don't, you know, because we weren't getting any of those, you know, so you get some easy buckets, you know, it's different. But, you know, it's, again, the same thing. You know, we're scoring plenty of points. It's, you know, our defense and the foolish stuff is like we can't keep fouling. And Hart had 19 rebounds. You know, you got to put a body on him. We knew that going into the game. You know, Simons kept ripping the ball through. It's like, okay, that maybe he gets you once. It shouldn't be 2, 3, 4 times.
Coach, you mentioned Hart's big game, Simons. When you
Grant too.
When you look at that box score, what bothers you?
The free throws. The free throws, the big thing. We had, you know, we had the lead, and then, you know, because we're stopping the clock and we took the rhythm out of the game, and you know, like we can't do that. We have to be disciplined.
How can you guys be more cognizant of Josh Hart, specifically on the offensive glass? Like, he had 6 offensive rebounds.
Yeah.
How can you be more cognizant?
Yeah, that's what he does. He's probably the best rebounding guard in the league. You know, so when the ball goes up, if you stand and stare, it's going to be a problem. You know, if you turn and check, and there's got to be a physicality to it. He's got a great nose for the ball. He anticipates well, strong. You know, we knew that would be a challenge.
So when you guys are switching like you were tonight, how does that affect those offensive boards? Is it just whoever's on him has to?
The same, yeah. So you got a man. You know, so put a body on him. If your guy's getting back, we'll put 2 bodies on him. You know, just get in there, get in the fray.
RJ struggling at the rim. That was just him foul hunting. He was just.
You know, again, I want to look at the shots before, but it seemed like some seemed like he got hit on. Others, like if you're looking for the contact, and they're not going to give you that unless you attack the rim. Like we got to, if we're fading away from the basket, then we're not going to get the call. But if we're attacking the rim, you tend to get those calls. So again, before I comment further, I want to see all the drives and see exactly what transpired.
Mitch fouled out tonight. His fouls are way up this year from what they were the last couple when you really got him down. Is that a rhythm thing? Is there anything in there that can?
Yeah, it's been choppy. You know, like time off, coming back. Same thing. You know, like we talk about verticality all the time. So they see your hands coming down, they're gonna call it.
Tom, was attention to detail, do you think, lacking tonight?
I'm sorry?
Do you think attention to detail, I feel like on the West Coast, especially the wins, you guys were doing the little things well. Was that missing tonight?
Yeah, you know, like what happens in one game doesn't carry over to the next. You got to win each game. You got to prepare, understand what goes into winning each day. There's no shortcuts to this. And then you got to know your opponent well. And then you also got to factor in, okay, how's this game being? Is it a physical game? Is it a game that's being called tight? How's it being? And then we have to adjust. And we didn't adjust. You know, like 51 free throws. I can't recall someone getting 28 in a game.
The end of regulation, just 2 questions. The challenge, was it just like, hey, I have a challenge, we might as well use it kind of thing?
Yeah, you know, like I just didn't like understand, like, you know, the people behind the bench thought it was something we should challenge. They looked at it. I looked at the one up on the screen, the scoreboard, you know, so.
Brunson's last shot, he made something similar a couple seconds earlier. Is it just what you were looking for?
Yeah. Open floor, him penetrate in the paint, you know.
All right, thanks, Tibbs.
Yep.
Brunson had a great look at the end regulation to win it. Couldn't make it. Knicks lose. MSG 150 coming up. Issues between the Rockets and the Hawks that we will detail coming up. Knicks home again on Sunday. 5:30 pregame. Memphis in town. Game coming away at 6. You can also stream our coverage on MSG Go. Knicks lose by 3 in OT to Portland. Blazers with 51 free throws in the game. Julius Randle asked about that after the contest.
I guess. I don't know. I got to look at the tape and see, you know, what happened and what we can do better. You know, I don't want to speak on something and not really sure, you know. 51 is a lot of free throws, though.
You guys up 14 in second quarter, and then things seemed to, the free throws got crazy.
Right.
Just kind of feel like this is one that got away that shouldn't have.
Yeah, for sure. You know, especially on our home court. Second time I can remember off the top of my head, you know, games like that happening, Atlanta being one. So unfortunate for sure.
Back now from the Corner 3, presented by Michelob Ultra. A reminder to enjoy every bucket. So the big story is the free throws, but the reality is if Jalen Brunson makes that shot at the end of regulation, the whole storyline gets flipped on its head,
Like
right?
I said,
They got the shot that they wanted to win the game.
Yeah. It's his floater. He normally makes it. It bounced out. And if that goes in, you run off the floor knowing that you probably didn't earn the win, but you took the win. Right, exactly. And, you know, we'd be joking more about what you heard Julius Randle just talk about, which is the free throw attempts in this game. It's the fouls. And you heard Tom Thibodeau talking about you got to adjust to the officiating. They're going to call it, they're going to do it. But there's also things that were happening that they did it once, and then they did it again, and then they did it again. Like, you got to realize, like, you can't keep letting Simons rip through on you. Little things like that. But the starters are the ones that really need to watch the film. 23 of the 35 fouls were by the starters. Julius Randle had 4. Mitchell Robinson eventually fouled out. You know, that's also a problem.
RJ, by the way, only 6 out of 22 from the floor after he was so much better at OKC on Monday.
He absolutely continues to struggle with his shooting. 1 of 7 from downtown, and you can see the frustration once again on his face. So there's a lot of frustration coming out of this game after a road trip that felt really good. And the road ahead doesn't get any easier, Bill, as you know who's coming in on Sunday.
Right, you got Memphis, and then they're at Detroit, and then
back-to-back, by the way.
Home against Milwaukee.
Milwaukee.
Now,
Yes.
counting tonight, 6 of the next 7 are here at MSG.
Yes,
So,
which should be a good thing.
Right.
But you also know that when you're frustrated playing in this building, you know, it's a crucible. It can be a crucible playing in this building if you're a frustrated team. Their offense is not the issue. Their offense can score. Their defense has got to get on point, and they continue to try to figure out ways to do that, which includes lineup changes that we have seen.
Yeah, and I got a slight comma to that, though, because I think tonight we saw their offense struggle against a long team, a team with length.
Yeah,
right. And
started
it's
playing
interesting.
faster.
Right. You heard Tibbs say you got to play according to the way the game is officiating, that meaning something offensively for the Knicks, or defensively for the Knicks, rather. I thought about it meaning something offensively for the Knicks. But if we could just, I don't know if we could pan out real quick. I think the issue is the Trailblazers were able to attack the Knicks, right? But because the Knicks are like me standing next to you in terms of the Trailblazers' size in the paint, even them trying to be aggressive, you got refs that were anticipating and giving the bigger defenders the benefit of the doubt. Right. And so I just think There's just so much to unpack there. I really wish that last shot had gone in by Jalen Brunson.
Well, hey, Manuel quickly had an excellent game. Second straight game with 18. Wasn't enough, though. We'll get his post-game reaction when we come back after this. All right, so the Knicks on Sunday will host the Grizzlies. 5:30 pregame game at 6. Knicks lose to Portland by 3 in overtime. Manuel quickly excellent again off the bench with 18. Here he is after the game with Rebecca Harlow.
Emmanuel, emotional game tonight for sure. When you look back at this one, what's the most frustrating thing about the loss?
Just knowing we did things really well, but we just didn't do enough. Like, we fouled a lot. Jeremy Grant had near 30 free throws. So they kind of, we wanted to, I guess, limit their free throws, but it didn't happen.
I know that you can't speak on the officiating, but from the outside looking in, it seemed like things were lopsided tonight. And when a game is being called like that and it's tough to find a rhythm, how frustrating is it to work through that?
Definitely frustrating. You got to find a way to adjust, though. And I don't think that's what we did. We try to play aggressive, try to play physical, but we couldn't get away with it tonight as much. So, but you got to adjust, as the game goes on.
You mentioned Grant, but then Simons too, especially down the stretch. Between the two of them, 82 points. What was so difficult about picking up those guys tonight?
They play with great pace. They play very slow. It looks fast probably from the viewer's eyes, but they're moving very slow, very strategic, and they pick their spots really well. So we just got to be better.
All right, coming up, R.J. Barrett's post-game comments. As we mentioned, only 6 of 22 for him from the floor. Knicks lose to the Blazers in overtime.
First tattoo, I got it about a year ago, and I show it to everyone. I said, RJ, what do you think of this tattoo? You like it? I showed it to him. He loved it. I bleed orange and blue, so I figured it was the perfect thing to do. But it was so worth it because this is going to be on me forever, and I'm going to be a Knicks fan forever.
Knicks are home again on Sunday. John Morant and the Grizzlies come to town. 5:30 pregame game at 6. Portland beats the Knicks tonight in OT. They get 51 attempts from the line. R.J. Barrett talking to Rebecca Harlow about that.
It's a lot of free throws. Tough to win when you have a team 51 free throws.
When the game's stopping that often, RJ, how hard is it to find a rhythm, especially when what you want to do is play aggressively, but you're not being rewarded for that?
Yeah, I think just then we got to, try to play smarter, try to play the game that's being called, so just really can't foul that much.
When you look at this game overall, what do you take away from this one that you guys could have done differently to not put yourself in a position to take it to overtime in the first place?
I think, little mental mistakes, little turnovers. It was really just, a lot of the fouling and some offensive rebounds that they got. I think that was really the story of the game right there.
Tips that when you were attacking the rim, that maybe you were looking for fouls instead of going up there, and that might have been the difference between making them and not. I mean, do you agree with that assessment?
I mean, they was getting everything. I thought I could get some. You know what I'm saying? Sheesh. But, just second half, I think I started going in there more aggressively, trying to finish. I played a little better, so, yeah.
There are some good moments in this game, especially the play that we got from Sims in that fourth quarter. He grew up a lot tonight. What did you see from him there?
Yeah, he had some big-time minutes, especially against, Nurkic, who's that's not easy to go up against. So, proud of him, and, we're going to need him.
Can you change the way you play based on the officiating? That's the big thought here. Yes? No?
I got to get zen and meditate on that one.
It's not easy to do during a game, but eventually you do have to adjust. They started to in the second half. It was a much different second half, but that second quarter was something to watch.
One of the reasons why the Knicks gave up a 14-point second quarter lead. All the free throw attempts from the Blazers in the second quarter. All right, Sunday, Knicks and Grizzlies, 5:30 pregame game at 6. You can also stream our coverage on MSG Go. Coming up next year on MSG, it's Odds with Ends. Portland 132, the Knicks 129 in overtime. Anthony Simons and Jeremy Grant, even though Jalen Brunson went for 32, those two Blazers combined for 82 points, and the Knicks lose by 3. Thanks for watching, everybody.